It is time. It is time to brew your best beer. The 2017 SJPorr Challenge Gold sponsors. Bouncer, keeping the dregs out with their inline filter for homebrewers. The Brew Bag, simply the best way to brew great beer in your home. Yakima Valley Hops, with over 140 hop varieties available. Omega Yeast Labs, supplying homebrewers with high-quality yeast. And a special thanks to our silver sponsor, BrewTubers Online Brewers Club.
All right, here we go. Beer number 2. This one is for the 2017 SJPorr. This is beer 86B-94W-88W. It is called Golden Pawn IPA. Uses Golden Promise, Crystal 20, Clear Belgian Candy as the adjunct, Columbus is the bittering, Centennial is a flavor, and Cascade is the aroma hop. 60 IBUs and 7.4% ABV, bottled from the keg. Cool label and lots of good information on the label, which is always handy. So hopefully I got all the tape off, and apparently I didn't. There we go. All right, let's get a pour. Try to work up at the head there. Okay. All right, first of all, on the appearance, it's hazy. It's kind of a deep, or a light copper, deep orange, I guess. Looks a lot like a pale ale. The head it's got pretty good carbonation coming up. I can see the bubbles straining up from the bottom, but the head wasn't very much. Very thin head, and it's already dissipated. If you can see that. Oh, sorry. If you can see that. But that's it for the appearance and for the nose. Yeah, I get a little bit of the Cascade. I think it was Cascade, right? Yeah, Cascade is a aroma hop. I'm surprised it's not. Well, I guess you use Crystal 20. I'm not sure how much you use, but I'm surprised with Golden Promise it's not a little lighter. Getting a little bit of the Cascade hops, not a whole lot on the nose. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. Cheers. Wow, this is a really nice IPA. I can get the Columbus. Yeah, I can get the Columbus. And Columbus the bitterness kind of dominates a little bit, but not in a bad way. I mean, it's got a pretty good bite to it. Yeah, it's 60 IBUs. Tastes a little higher than that, actually. Yeah, it's good. And what I like about it, on the score sheets for these, it's got pretty good descriptions of the score categories as opposed to previous years. I wouldn't grade this as a commercial beer. I mean, you can tell it's a homebrew. It's a good homebrew though. It's not really out of balance. Like the first one I had was a little bit out of balance. This one's not really out of balance. It's got a little bit little bit sharp of a bite on it and I guess what I mean by that is, I mean, the bitterness is probably where it needs to be for an IPA. I think maybe a little bit more on the malt side, just a little more sweetness to it might have balanced the bitterness. But it's a really nice IPA. I could sit and watch some TV, watch some sports, and drink this thing. For me, I almost wished. I'm gonna go out on a limb, and since they said Cascade is the aroma hop, I don't know. Maybe they dry hopped it. I don't suspect they did because I don't get that. Yeah, maybe I do get a little bit of the aroma on there, but normally you get a much more punch in the face on the aroma when you dry hop it. This almost tastes like it was a very, very late addition. I mean, I could be wrong. It's just not as pronounced as I would expect it to be. Yeah, it's a really good beer. I think just a little more crispness and a little more sweetness on it, if that makes sense, to balance out that bitterness. And this thing would be into the commercial category. So anyway, cheers to the brewer. Good job. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy the rest of this, and hopefully I got some sports on tonight. Cheers.